Hi everyone, it's Chenso from Reality Art Pod here to talk about week one's Thursday eviction episode of Big Brother 27. Last time on Big Brother, Ashley outsniffed everyone in the veto competition, and Adrian defeated the washing machine. When Ashley used the veto on herself, Weenie HOH Vince replaced her with volunteer Kelly, and Jimmy staged a fight against Keanu for ratings. I hope it worked. I love this show. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to my playlist to catch up on my recaps. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing. You can also use the link in my description to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it, starting with the segment I like to call
What's Julie wearing?
Ooh la la.
Exquisite.
Julie's wearing a sundress right out of Romeo and Juliet. Wherefore art thou less? Why does this dress have buttons all down the front? Her hair looks like a bridesmaid, waking up the day after the wedding, wondering what happened. We pick back up after Jimmy's blow up in the POV meeting. Jimmy storms away, but everyone seems pretty unaffected. Amy once again calls Vince a weenie for making a weenie move and nominating Kelly. We learn that before the veto ceremony, Jimmy came to Rachel, asking her if he should pop off on Keanu. Rachel thinks it's a terrible idea, so she encourages him to do it. Back to the present, Keanu is trying to figure out why Jimmy yelled at him. They chat outside, and they unpack that Jimmy was targeting Keanu. Keanu found out and was coming for Jimmy in return, but they find some peace and hug it out. Jimmy still wants Keanu out. What a waste of everyone's time. Besties Kelly and Vince meet up. Vince wants Amy out because she's Rachel's ally. In the HOH room, Zay, Riley, Will, Vince, and Zach have a great idea, an all-guys alliance. No one's thought of that before. They named their alliance the Burger Boys because Zay describes himself as caked up with buns. Kelly has been bothering everyone in the house with her bad jokes and awkward direct comments, with a whole montage of her odd behavior. Jimmy hints about this to Kelly, and she breaks down under the pressure of being on the block. Vince is hoping Kelly doesn't go home. That would be a waste of his HOH, and make him look like Boo Boo the Fool, or Boo Boo the Weenie. Oh lord, the mastermind is back. He creeps around the house while the players are sleeping, watching them in bed, and he caresses Big Brother's safe.
This will definitely be important in a future competition.
Rachel is giving herself two missions, to save Amy and target Zay. She starts by rounding up Morgan, who completely agrees with both. Morgan brings in Mickey and Will. Will isn't sure about voting out his caked up burger boy, but Mickey is down. She feels like Zay is strong and smart. He's a chess master and speaks Spanish, so that's enough to get most of the girls on side to vote him out. God forbid someone plays board games and speaks Spanish. They fast forward right to Wednesday night, skipping over all the lead up to this conversation, but Zay tells Rachel that if he stays, he'll nominate people who voted for him, including her. She tells him, I'd be careful coming for the queen. You will get beheaded. This gets right under Zay's skin. He's turning red and stammering. He announces over the balcony that as long as he's there, there's no way she'll win again. I get that this is a short show, but I'm so disappointed in the editing of this fight. It was so good on the feeds and lasted such a long time. But we move on to the blockbuster competition, where 4 words will appear on the screens, jumbled up like a ransom note, and will be slowly unscrambling. They need to decipher the phrase that will lead to an item they need to buzz in with. They get started meandering around. This was so hard to play along with, and also not fun to watch. Kelly picks up a crown, buzzes in, and she's right, saving herself from the vote, leaving Zay and Amy as the final nominees for the week. Back in the house, Keanu and Zach are holding hands for Zay, which makes it more hilarious when they find out that Kelly won and is saved. Kelly gets so emotional as they cheer for her and chant her name. It's nice that she gets this moment. After preseason, she said she was excited to make friends in the Big Brother house, but everyone's scrambling. They're all stressed knowing this is about to be a split vote. They don't have that much time. It's quickly time to vote. But first, speeches. Amy pitches that Zay is smarter and stronger than her. Zay argues that they should keep him because he's a good competitor and they're there to compete, and that Amy's a second vote for Rachel. Zay's speech kind of sucked. The only good part of it was Rachel's death glare through the entire thing. The players vote. Votes to evict Amy are Kelly, Zach, Adrian, Keanu, and Will. And to evict Zay, Rachel, Jimmy, Riley, Morgan, Ashley, Mickey, Ava, Catherine, and Lauren. Adrian says Julie looks poncheritonious. What the hell is poncheritonious? Julie reveals that by a vote of 5 to 9, Zay is evicted. Zach is so torn up over this. He's crashing out like Huda. He's not dead, Zach. Rachel doesn't say goodbye or join the group hug. She stands idly by. Rachel is so iconic. In his interview, Zay says, that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's hard to take this interview seriously, knowing that that chair is gonna smell like booty cheeks. Julie has a new big reveal, telling everyone who's evicted that Amy was the accomplice, and of course getting no big reaction. Zay is not shocked. This interview was so quick and vanilla. She didn't even ask him about the fight with Rachel. So we have to say goodbye to Zay here, who obviously I'm not a fan of. I ranked him 14th preseason. He comes in and is instantly seen as sketchy by the group. We don't even really see see why. So I guess it's just his demeanor, bad first impression. He got the second most votes for the accomplice, which led to his nomination. By Vince, he only really got along well with the men, hanging around with the guys, working out, and neglecting his relationships with the women. If this cast were all men, he would have great social game. Zach was obsessed with him. He wasn't playing terribly, he had some decent strategies, and he almost had the votes to stay. Rachel knew this, and she orchestrated this whole fight that made him look like a fool the night before the eviction. I do think that fight cost him the swing votes he needed, and he falls here in 17th place. I'm happy we don't have to see the reality where he stays, wins HOH, and nominates 3 women. And while I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the challenge honestly soon, I can really do without it for an eternity. But that's all I have to say about this episode, but not this week. I'll be back later today with my week 1 player rankings. Until then, let me know in the comments what you thought of Kelly winning the blockbuster, Zay's eviction, and who you want to see win the next HOH. Personally, I want Amy to get her sweet revenge for the votes against her. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing for a summer of fun. Until next time, you know where to find me. Bye.